Let's demonstrate the relationship between load testing and voltage drop measurement. So for this demo, this will be our battery and our battery connections. And what we have is a throttle body that, when it receives power and ground, does not move. So just like in the real world, the first thing you would do is disconnect the connector and test the ground cable and the power cable. So let's go ahead and do that. So if we connect our multimeter to ground and positive, we get 13.9 volts, which is about what our battery has. So we have a component that has power and ground going to it, but it still doesn't work. So why is that? And how can we isolate where the issue is? With our multimeter still connected to the power and ground cables, we can load test it to see if that circuit can actually carry a load. So let's see what happens when we put a load across our meter. So light bulb lights up, but you can see our voltage has dropped from 13.9 to 6.2 volts. So that is the purpose of load testing, placing a load across your circuits in question to see if they are capable of carrying a load. So now we can start isolating the circuit and measuring for voltage drop at various points to figure out where our issue's at. So to start with, we're going to take our test light again and use it as a load so that the circuit is energized. And with our meter, we're going to connect one side to ground again, and we'll start right here, right off the battery. So at this point, we've got 14 volts, which is what our battery has, so that's good. But at this point in the circuit, again, we've only got 6.2 volts. So somewhere between this point and this point, we're losing about 7 volts. And if you trace your circuit, eventually you'll come to a point, to an area with high resistance. So in this case, I used a wiper switch for its resistor ladder. But in the real world, this could be corrosion, this could be loose terminal fitment, or a connector that's not fully connected, anything that would cause increased resistance in the circuit. So in this case, let's just say that this is a connector. So if we measure on one side of the connector, you can see we get 13.9 volts. But if we measure on the other side of the connector, we're down to 6.2 volts again. So we've dropped 7 volts just across this one connector. So that is roughly the diagnostic procedure for finding areas of high resistance within your circuit using voltage drop measurement. And if we use the resistance in the switch, we can see how it affects the voltage going through the circuit and what it does to our test light right here. So when we increase resistance, it's going to make the bulb more dim. And when we decrease the resistance, it gets brighter. And you can also see that in your voltage reading. So when we increase resistance, your voltage level goes down. And when we decrease resistance, it goes back up. You can also use an oscilloscope to measure voltage drop. So if we use two different channels and a math channel of channel 1 minus channel 2, we can go through and measure at various points in the harness, just like we did with the multimeter. And you'll see a change in your math channel. So if we measure between this point and this point, it should be the same voltage, and your math channel should be at 0 volts like it is right here. But if we measure on the other side of that resistance, you can see what it does to our math channel. So that's showing a difference between channel 1 and channel 2. So channel 1 is at 14 volts because it's right off the battery. Channel 2 is at 6.2 volts. And our math channel shows a difference of 7.8 volts. So obviously, actually measuring with the meter is easier to do physically, but I feel like the scope gives you a better visual of what's actually happening. You're measuring the potential difference between two different points within the circuit. So let's go ahead and fix our corrosion and see if our throttle body will work. So our circuit has been repaired, and now the throttle body works. So I hope that helps. If this video has been helpful or interesting in any way, then follow me for more.